Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up, folks. Yes, this is not clickbait, okay? And you're probably thinking, yo, why do you have a bonnet on your head? Okay? So I'm gonna explain everything. I just woke up. It is 8:16 a.m. I'm actually supposed to still be sleeping right now, but I couldn't fall back asleep. I guess it's anticipation, but I was supposed to wake up at like 10. That was my plan. Have an alarm for 10. And then I kind of woke up maybe half an hour ago or so. Been trying to go back to sleep, but it's just not working. I'm like, you know what? Let me just get up. It's not. I know it's not happening. So yes, I have a date today. In how many hours? 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30. About 6 hours or so. Yeah. So we're doing a daytime date. Should I explain? I should probably explain as I'm getting ready. So I'm. That's the whole purpose. Like I just woke up, got the bonnet on my head. You could probably hear it in my voice and tell by my face. I don't want to explain too much right now, so I'm gonna take off the bonnet and just don't cook me, man. Like the purpose of it is to protect my hair, and it's gonna you're gonna see and be like, why? It's not even working, bro. But listen, it is. It just every if you have my type of hair, you know what it's like. Okay, you know the struggle. Whether you sleep with the bonnet or not, it's just this is what happens. Okay, so don't cook me. I'm gonna get all fixed up and all that as I prepare. But lo and behold, folks. Ooh, what is that in my? What is it? Got some a little something right here. I don't know what that was. A little piece of lint or something. Yeah, look at that. Oh, imagine showing up like this. So I did get a haircut though. As you can see, I got a haircut a couple days ago, and I mean, in order to fix this, I just got to shower and stuff. So we're gonna shower, do all that stuff, and I'll be alright. I'll be alright. But yeah, I'm gonna get to it, and I'm gonna get dressed and everything, and I actually have to use the camera as my mirror because I don't have a full body mirror in my apartment. So yeah, boom, time skip. Okay, so here we are. This is how the hair's looking. I'm about to get dressed. No, I'm not naked. I got pants on. I just came out the shower, so my hair is like very, very wet. I'm gonna let it like air dry a little bit. It is 10:11 in the morning, so I'm a little ahead of a schedule here. Probably gonna catch the I have to catch the bus to the city, and it's like an hour ride. So I'm probably gonna get there early. I'm not gonna lie, just to make sure. I like to show up to things early. I'm just a very punctual guy, so especially on something like an occasion like this, I'm gonna make sure I'm not late under any circumstances, not even the chance of being late. So I'm probably gonna get there early and just hang out by myself until the actual time for the date, the actual time for the date comes. I can't speak. So I'm gonna show you the outfit and get dressed here. And I have to put some product in my hair too. So right now there's nothing in it. I have to put like some leave-in conditioner, some curling cream, and then like some curling spray. But you can see like I got the little springy coils or whatever. I don't know, springy curls, whatever you want to call them. Uh, so I'm gonna just start getting dressed, and I guess talk about how this even happened, what we're gonna do and stuff. And then I'm also after I'll do a post game interview, just live, bro, live reporting post game how it went. Now I'm not gonna go too in depth like in specifics and stuff, obviously, because that's between her and I. But just like overall, what is it? Recap of what happened and how it was. But first, I gotta put this chain on. Boom. First step before anything, put this chain on. I'm probably gonna put the chain on, then the shirt, and then put the product in my hair. So if I put the product in my hair now and then I put the shirt over, it might mess it up a little bit. I don't know. I'm not trying to take any risks. So put this chain on real quick. Boom. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I don't have a full body mirror, so this is my way of like checking if I look fine. I still got water on my body. And then I got my shirt right here. So I've worn this outfit. I don't think I'm gonna be able to show you the full outfit because I mean, you're not gonna be able to see my sneakers, but you'll be able to see like most of it. But I don't wear sneakers here in the room because it's like a carpet. But I've worn this outfit when I went to the wedding in Europe, in that vlog. If you saw that vlog, if you want to see like what it actually looks like in full, there was a full body mirror in that hotel, and I can throw up a video of how it looks. Pretty good in my opinion. This is one of my favorite shirts. Not my favorite, but one of my favorite. It's got a little wet on here, but it'll dry up by the time I go out. It's fine. Boom, and it has like a zipper. So no, I will not be zipping it up fully like this. I feel like that just looks very weird and squarish. So I'm just gonna leave it unzipped a little bit like that. And then boom, this is the shirt. You know, nothing too crazy, but nice. Got this nice white watch that I bought. I don't know, I can't remember. Maybe last year. Yeah, it was last year. So just throw this on. Has a white strap. I can replace the strap with different colors. I need to buy more colors for it, but I have not been going on dates, so I've not felt the need to do it. But if that's about to change, then it would be in my best interest to buy some new straps, right? We'll see. We'll see. We got to see how this first one goes, which I didn't even say how I even got this. So pretty much I've not like dated really at all, just because I've been so focused on YouTube and stuff. And you know, it turns out staying in your room all day and making videos is not conducive to meeting new people. So I really haven't had opportunities like that. Like I just don't meet people, you know. Um, I know that there's people that would like me because when I do go outside, which is like for walks in the park and stuff, I would get approached. Like it, not a lot, but this summer there was like a few times, and in the past there's just been times where people have came up to me and like, you know, girls have come up to me and said whatever, and for whatever reason nothing happened with it, right? So I know at least that tells me, and just like past experience in school and thinking back like in my school days, like people who, you know, found me attractive and whatnot. So I know that there's potential. It's just that when you're in your room all day, you literally cannot meet people and nobody can see you. You know, exposure is so limited. So that's why I haven't went on a date. But this opportunity came to me because I went to a wedding earlier this year. It might have been like February or something. It was in the winter, and it was one of my friends, obviously a good friend of mine that I've known for over a decade, and he invited his friends, obviously people that I didn't know. There was a girl there, obviously. She caught my attention, but at the time we didn't speak. I wasn't in the right headspace, or I wouldn't say headspace, but I wasn't ready to date. I was still like locked in. I was like, okay, I got some stuff I need to figure out. Let's focus on that. I don't want to really date right now. That was earlier this year. And but you know, I saw her, thought she was very attractive. She definitely caught my attention. Man, I need some water, bro. Yeah, so pretty much she caught my attention. I told my friend who was getting married, I was like, hey, I don't even remember telling him this. Honestly, I really do not remember telling him this. I guess I told him, yo, like, I thought she was pretty or whatever. I don't even know what I said. But he remembered it. Or I think he told her maybe after the wedding or something. And she said, well, she told me this herself, but she said, like, oh, you can give him my Instagram. He never did that. Like, he never gave that to me at the time. And I think, I didn't ask him yet, but I think it was because my Instagram account has been like inactive for a long time. Like, I just recently reopened it maybe a month ago or so, like reactivated it. And even now, I don't even use it much. So it's just active, maybe a month or two. I don't know. But at the time it was deactivated. So that's probably why he didn't do anything. But pretty much I reactivated it a couple months ago, maybe a month ago or whatever. And I'm literally recording. This was like last week. I'm recording right here, bro. Hitting combos on Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. That's the video I'm working on right now. Very, very hard platinum. It's been taking me a long time. But that's besides the point. I'm in, bro, like this. Combos. I get a phone call from my friend. And he's like, yo, I'm like, what's up, bro? I was not expecting him to tell me this. He was like, yo, you remember the girl from the wedding? You said was attractive. I was like, yeah, yeah. He was like, yeah, I showed her your Instagram. She said she's open to getting to know you and some other stuff that I won't say. And I was like, excuse me? Okay. I was like, okay. He was like, would you be willing to like, be social? Like, is that something you want to try? I was like, yeah, I'd be down, kind of unexpected, but I remember seeing her and she looked good. Like, I thought, like, she definitely caught my attention there. So I was like, yeah, I'd be down. I mean, I was a little uncomfortable, but it's just like, hey, bro, you gotta go. You gotta go for it. So the opportunity, like this man threw me the alley oop, bro. D Wade to LeBron, you know. So um, I was like, yeah, I'll do it. So he sent me the Instagram. I messaged her that day. We got to talking a little bit on there, and then I kind of just got straight to it. I just kind of just asked her out, and she said she was down. Got her phone number. Um, Started planning a little bit what we were gonna do, and we decided that we would grab some smoothies and go to an escape room. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. Um, so I'm actually excited for that. I've never done an escape room. She's never done an escape room, so that's gonna be a new experience for the both of us. And should be fun, man. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so we got on a FaceTime call like a couple days ago. Yeah, it was like a couple days ago. Just like for like it was like 20 minutes, just a little warm up type thing, and that was cool. And then here we are about to meet up in a few hours. So that's that's the plan, bro. Now, in terms of how I'm feeling, be honest, I'm uncomfortable for sure. I'm stepping into uncharted waters for sure, but I know that I'll be okay because I just know I can maintain my composure. And although I might show a little bit of nerves during the date, um, I think for the most part I'll be able to handle myself well, just knowing who I am and how I can talk to people and whatnot. Uh, and so I think I'll be okay. And my mindset is just like people are telling me like, yo, just be yourself, whatever. That's like the cliche advice you hear, be yourself, which I mean it's true. I don't have any problem with that. So I will do that. And I read in this book. Let me actually grab it so I can read it verbatim. This book right here obviously has no cover. It's hardcover. It had like the sleeve or whatever, but I threw it away. It's called The Obstacle Is the Way by Ryan Holiday. It's a book about like stoicism and like just like a motivational stoicism mindset type of book. I read it about a year ago. Great book, great book. I highly recommend. But one of the things, let me find the quote, and I need to drink some more water because I'm talking a lot. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. That's hard, bro. I'm sorry. That's hard. That is so hard, bro. Pause. Like that's amazing. Amazing. It's just and here's another one. It's pretty much the same thing, but the obstacle in the path becomes the path. Never forget, within every obstacle is an opportunity to improve our condition. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. And so the way that I see that is like, am I nervous? Yeah, of course. Everyone gets nervous on a first date, right? But this is the obstacle. Like the uncomfort or the discomfort, uncomfort, that's not a word. The discomfort, that's the obstacle. And because that's the obstacle, it is therefore the way. Like I love it, bro. I'm sorry. I love it. I love that so much. I love it. That's like one of my all-time favorite sayings, quotes I've ever heard. What stands in the way becomes the way. And there's another quote that I can specifically apply to my situation here. I have it screenshotted on my phone. I don't know exactly where in the book it's at, but it says, and it's talking about George Clooney. If you guys know George Clooney, like I think he's an actor or something. It says, and I need some more water, bro. Oh my gosh. Sheesh, man. I just drank some. Anyways, everything changed for Clooney when he tried a new perspective. He realized that casting is an obstacle for producers, too. They need to find somebody, and they're all hoping that the next person to walk in the room is the right somebody. Auditions were a chance to solve their problem, not his. From Clooney's new perspective, he was that solution. He wasn't going to be someone groveling for a shot. He was someone with something special to offer. He was the answer to their prayers, not the other way around. So, my interpretation of that is just put myself in the situation. Imagine I'm George Clooney. Imagine my date is the producers. You know, obviously I'm not the only one who wants to find somebody. She is hoping that I'm a good person too. So it requires, I can't even speak. It requires a healthy balance of being sure of yourself while also like presenting a good version of yourself, you know? Because if you go too far on the end of like, oh, I'm the answer to the solution, to her solution, like she wants a guy and I'm the answer, and you know, I don't got to do nothing. Like that's very selfish and narcissistic. So there's like a healthy balance that you need to find. But for people who might be very nervous and struggling, I would just think of it like that. Like think of yours like, you know, hype yourself up just a little bit, you know, give yourself a little bit more credit than what you are, and realize that if you're going on a date with someone, it's most likely because they want something similar to what you want. Obviously, you talk and you find that out more, you know, you see if you're aligned. But the idea of just going on the date is just that's the curiosity, that's the interest. They want something as well. And so you could potentially be that solution to their problem if they're looking for a partner or whatever. So that's kind of my mindset. Obviously, I have to be myself and bring my best self, but I know who I am, and I know I'm a respectable man and a good guy, and I don't have bad intentions with anyone, and no one can ever say that I ever disrespected them. And I've always treated people with class and respect, always. So I think that'll show, and I'll be fine. We'll see. If I don't make another video about a second date, it don't necessarily mean that this one didn't go well. Um, it could just mean that I'm choosing to keep it private. If I do happen to make a video, we'll see. I don't know what's gonna happen today, and I don't know how I'm gonna feel a week from now or whatever. But just wanted to put this one out there, and I'm not done getting ready, so my hair has been drying a little bit, still very wet. But I think I am gonna put the leave-in conditioner now. Okay, so here we go. I usually do this in a bathroom, but I'll just show you guys. So we got Shea Moisture Jamaican Black Castor Oil Strengthen and Restore Leave-In Conditioner with shea butter, peppermint, and apple cider vinegar. So this is just, yeah, leave-in conditioner. Honestly, bro, I'm not really sure what this stuff does. I've seen like some hair routines on YouTube. They say use leave-in conditioner. I'll use it. I'll listen to the men, you know. Why did I say that? I'll listen to the men. I'll listen to them, you know. They if they have nice looking hair and they say do this, and I want to also have nice looking hair, I'm gonna just follow the steps and not question it, you know. So let me just go like this and start massaging it in. And obviously I'm gonna have white stuff all in my hair. I want to make sure I get as much of that out as possible. But that's also why I'm kind of doing this early, because it also just like has to dry up. So I'm be leaving in about less than 2 hours, man. About an hour and a half or so. Hopefully that gives my hair enough time to dry up a little bit. But I'm just gonna go in like these circular motions around and try to rub this in. Before I even get all that stuff in, though, I'm gonna put in. See, this is why I don't wear like sleeve shirts, because it gets a little tight. This is why I always wear tank tops, because the sleeves tend to get a little tight on me, because you know the gym and stuff. And I say that humbly. I don't mean to brag. We have another product here. Oh my gosh, I can't even grab it. My hands are so slippery. All right, don't worry about how it's looking right now. Like it'll. I just gotta massage some more stuff in, and you know let it set. Next we have Curl Lala, Aunt Jackie's curls and coils. What does it say? Defining curl custard. Custard's a word, by the way. Yeah, so stuff smells pretty good. And so this, what is it gonna do? I guess just help give me curls. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? You know, I'm not an hair expert. Okay, I'm not a hair expert. I don't really know, but I've done some research, try to make sure my hair looks good and stuff. So obviously I've been growing it out, and I've debated cutting it because it is a lot of maintenance, and I have to do stuff like detangling it, and it's annoying. But at the same time, when you have more hair, you also have more versatility, more options of what you can do with it. So I don't know if I should cut it. I don't know if I look better with it longer or shorter. Maybe longer. I don't know. But right now, I just got it longer, and we're gonna see. We'll just rock with it for now, and if I really want to cut it at some point, I'll cut it. Also, what I like to do is like just shake it a little bit, you know. And here we go with the sleeves again. Got to keep managing that throughout the day. It's gonna be annoying. I need some like bigger shirts, but then They won't like fit me as well. That's another problem. Okay, so obviously still white stuff in there, but I'm gonna add in. Try to grab this with my slippery hands. Oh my gosh. Twisted Sista 30-second curl spray, coconut, avocado, and almond oils. Revitalizes curls plus eliminates frizz. So yeah, we're just gonna spray this in all around. Sheesh, bro. Like my hands are so slippery from the product. I don't even know if I'm getting it. I can't even press down the button with one hand. And I think I'm pretty sure I'm not missing. I don't know. I might be just missing my head, but we're gonna rub that in, and that's the last product we're gonna put in. So once this all in, I'm trying to get as much of the white out as possible. So obviously, it don't look like I'm an old man, and you know. But if there's a little bit, it really is not the end of the world. I'm not gonna lie. Yesterday I was a little nervous, but so far, man, she seems like a nice girl. She's made it pretty easy for me, which I can appreciate. Like setting up the date and everything, and like communicating with her has been very easy, which I'm not used to. So I have to say I really appreciate that, and I hope that it goes well because she seems really nice so far. All right, how we looking, folks? How we looking? Obviously, we still got a little bit of white here, but how we looking? How we looking? You know, overall thoughts. You guys think I'm gonna do well? Think I'm gonna flop, fumble? Place your bets now, folks. Will Nick AR fumble on the date or no? Or New York Nick? I don't know. What do you want to call me? Whatever you prefer. Whatever alias floats your boat. All right, cool. Yeah, I mean, there's still some white stuff. I'm gonna let my hair dry off a little bit and not worry about it right now. If I need to get some out last minute, I should be okay to do that. We still have a little bit of time. It's 10:40, and I have to catch like the 12:18 bus. I could catch a 12:48 bus because it's like an hour away, but it really just depends on traffic. And if I catch a 12:48 bus and by some bad stroke of luck or something happens, I'm not risking it. So I'm gonna just catch the 12:18 bus, and if I get there at 1:30, an hour early, so be it. I'll hang out. I can chill. It's a nice day. It's like 72 degrees, whatever, you know. Also, got a little toothbrush. I don't. This is not the toothbrush I use. I use an electric one, but I will use this for. This is what I do use it for. Just, you know, a little quick. Make sure I'm good to go. You know, just nice little something little, you know. And I got mints just in case, you know, need them. Everything. Let me see. I also have. I'm debating. I don't think I'm gonna use this, but I have. And let me close the door, bro. I have this cologne. It's Mahogany Teakwood by Bath and Body Works. This stuff smells really good. Like, see, it smells so good. At least to me. But you know what? I thought about it and I was like, I'm not gonna take the risk. Like, number one, I hear like a lot of people tend to use too much. If I were to use it, one spray, that's it, just to be conservative. But let me show you. So they actually have a lotion. I will use the lotion, and this is how I'll tell you how I found out about this. So if you guys watch the channel Love Live Serve or Strawberry Park, both the same guys, Rhino from there spoke about this. He was like, "Hey man, if you're ever on a date, get yourself some Mahogany Teakwood Bath and Body Works. They love it." And I was like, "Okay." So I got myself the lotion. Oh, it smells so good. Now I never got any compliments on it because the lotion the smell fades so fast. But they literally have a cologne version, so obviously that's designed to last, and it smells the exact same. But it's like, do I risk it? Because the way I'm thinking about it is this. If I come to the date, no cologne, but obviously I took a shower, I'm wearing deodorant, you know, my breath smells fine, everything, just hygiene on point, but I'm just not wearing cologne, that's not a problem. No one cares. Like, that's not a problem. I want to say lose points, but like that's not an L at all. That I'm not wearing cologne as long as I don't smell bad. So you know I'm coming looking clean and presentable and stuff. If I don't have cologne on, that's not a problem. Like no one's gonna be like, oh, he's not wearing cologne, so I don't want to see him again. But if I do all that same stuff and I come with a cologne, even if I wear it conservatively and don't spray too much, what if her nose is just sensitive to the specific scent that I happen to have gotten? And then all of a sudden she's uncomfortable because she has to be near me for a couple hours with this smell that she doesn't necessarily like. And it's like, I feel like it's just gambling. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm cool. I'd rather just be neutral. I'd rather just smell like nothing and neutral. And so until like I get to know her more and then to see if that's something that she likes, if that fragrance is something that she likes. So I have it. I'm going to opt out of it for today. I don't know what you guys think about that. Let me know thoughts in the comments, but I'm just playing it safe. You know, I'd rather not risk anything because honestly, dating is not something I'm really interested in doing that much. Just especially here in New York City. If you guys didn't know, New York City got ranked the number one. I was gonna say number one first. Number one worst city in America for dating, and there's a bunch of reasons that's the reason, or the bunch of reasons why that's the case, which I will not go into, but pretty much it's rough out here for both men and women. So I'd rather get up out of here sooner rather than later. And so I'm playing it safe. You know, if I have an opportunity, I'm gonna play it safe and I'm not gonna risk anything, because if I do and I end up fumbling, then I'm back and I have to go and deal with whatever nonsense is out there. And I'm like, you know, I'm cool. You know, I'd rather not. You know, I'm not trying to do that. So I had this tiny little bracelet. I didn't put this on yet. Tiny little bracelet. Nothing crazy. Just gonna throw it over my right wrist. Now these things are very, very difficult to put on, but there is a hack, right? So you take, what is this, a bobby pin? I got this specifically for this, and you insert it into the hole of the bracelet, wrap it around your wrist, and even with this method, it's still hard to put on, but it makes it easier. And then you grab the bobby pin with your finger like this, and then you clamp it on. Now this is gonna be a struggle, bro. I hate doing this. Anytime I do this, I'm like, bro, come on. Oh, I didn't show you the sneakers I'm gonna wear. I'll show you right after this. It's gonna take me a minute. Come on, bro, get in there. Stop being so stubborn, bro. There we go. There we go. Thank you. Boom. All right, we're good. So just a little accessory. I'm not really too much of an accessorizer. Is that even a word? Who knows? But it's a little something. And let me show you the sneakers. Boom. Boom, boom. Now you could just kind of like imagine what this would look like, right? But oh, I love these, man. All white, Lacoste. Whew. Clean. Let me just give you a little. I don't know. Can I do like a little? I don't know. I think it's pretty clean. Thoughts? 1 out of 10. Entire fit. I'll throw up the video here of what you see. Like you'll see the full body in the full body mirror. Last time I wore it in Europe, but yeah. So not my favorite fit, but good fit. I have a favorite fit. It's not this shirt though. It's like some other shirt I have, but I'm not wearing it today. Make sure my hands are like, my nails are clipped. I know that, but let me just make sure I'm good on that. Like I gotta lotion up once my hands start to dry up a little bit. They're still like wet from the shower, so I said lotion up. That was kind of crazy, huh? Dude's always talking about, yo, when are you gonna oil up? Never. I will use this lotion though on my legs and arms right now. Actually, I'll just use it. Yeah, this stuff, oh my gosh, it smells so good. Like amazing. I'm telling you, get yourself some mahogany teakwood lotion and you're gonna love it. You're gonna be like, yo, Nick put me on. But in reality, I learned it from somewhere else. They put me on and I'm putting you on. And if you want to get the cologne, you get the cologne, bro. You'd be good. Honestly, I'm probably gonna spend the rest of the time I have just mentally preparing myself and getting this white stuff out my hair. That's it. I don't really have much else to do. I'm pretty much ready. Like, just got to put my sneakers on. Man, oh man, oh man, folks. Man. Got some bad news for you folks. You know, just got back home, just took a shower. So it's like 10 p.m. I mean, I got back home a while ago, but yeah. Got some bad news, unfortunately, you know. Your boy landed the second date. Oh. Yeah, man. If you doubted me, if you really thought, man, Nick AR was gonna fumble, well, you guessed wrong, buddy. Sorry. You know, don't ever doubt me, man. Okay? Like what are we doing here? Seriously. Anyways, so let's talk about it. I told you I was gonna give you a post-game interview. Here we are. So it went better than I expected, and so what happened was we met up for smoothies. It was like, I don't know, it was like some juice smoothies. I'm not gonna lie, they were kind of mid. The smoothies were kind of mid. I wasn't really a big fan of them, but it was cool. That was where we met up, and we walked to a park nearby, and in the park we sat there for a little bit. Maybe, I don't know, it was, I couldn't even really tell at the time how much time was passing. I wasn't not on my phone. I was not looking at my phone really, unless we needed to get from point A to point B for directions. But we sat there for a while, spoke, again, just basic getting to know each other type stuff. And then we, at the park, they had like little mini games, which is really nice. I pulled up to the park. I got there early. We were supposed to meet at 2:30. I got there at like almost an hour, 40 minutes, something like that. I don't know. So got there early, and I noticed in the park, I'm like, yo, they got like shuffleboard and like mini games here. I'm like, yo, that would be a perfect activity for us to do, so I don't have to sit here and have a conversation the entire time. That's because to me that was like the scariest part for me, is like I haven't really tested my conversation skills recently, so I didn't know if I was going to be able to do that well. So I was like, I don't know how I feel about just like a sit down. It's kind of tough. But I mean, it wasn't really that bad. So we sat down for a little bit, and then we got into some shuffleboard. And hey, man, I had to do my thing, bro. I never played shuffleboard before. The dude, like, there was like a worker there. Dude had to teach us how to play. If you don't know what shuffleboard is, it's like some game with like a stick. It's like a stick and discs, and then you have to push the discs across and land. You have to land them in like spots that earn you a certain amount of points, and you can knock the other person's disc out so they lose points or something. I don't know. We just learned on the fly. And we had a little banter going. I was like, okay, yeah, let's do this, man. Little nice little competitive banter. I won. It was cool, you know, chill. And then we were kind of running out of time, so the time was going by fast. So then we had to go to the escape room, and we went. And the escape room, I mean, it was cool. At least from my perspective, it was cool. I really wanted it to be where it was just her and I in the escape room, but that wasn't the case. So in the email, when I purchased the tickets, it said, oh, you can, or there's a chance you might get grouped up with other people. And I was hoping that wasn't going to happen, because I wanted us to work cooperatively to figure out the escape room. But that's not what ended up happening. They put us with a group of 8 people. So it was like just 6 other random people that we never met. It was like 3 or 4 kids, like young kids. And those kids took over the entire thing. And, you know, that's fine. You know, I don't have a problem with that. I really did wish it was just us two, so that we can like work together, like I said, and that would have been a nice experience for us. But that didn't happen. The kids, let them have their fun. They're having a great time. They were figuring out everything. I just kind of sat there. I tried, especially in the beginning. I tried to do my best, and it was kind of tough. I'm not gonna lie, it was very tough. But these kids were figuring out stuff like this, and they were like looking and searching and finding different like clues, and it was crazy. And we were just like watching them, like, oh my gosh, like they're they're cracked. At least that's what I was thinking. So they kind of carried us. I'm not gonna lie. So I wouldn't say that was the best, but I mean, she said she still enjoyed it. So That's good. And then after that, so that was the date was supposed to end there, but it was like 4:30, and we kind of spoke about, keep it going, you know. So I asked her if she's like, "Honey, you want to get some food?" And we went to get some Chick-fil-A. Obviously, spoke more, ate, and then what's it called? Yeah, we got that, and then after that, we just walked around and just strolled around for a little bit, sat down in some little chair bench thing, whatever. Spoke for a while, and yeah, and then it started getting dark, so she she went home or she went to her friend's house, and then I went home. So, and we texted, and it's today. I mean, still the night of, and boom, here we go. So we got a second date. I'm not gonna go into specifics of what she was like, because that's not my business. It's not right for me to put that out there. I'm just giving you a recap of the events of what happened, and the fact that I got a second date. So we're gonna see where it goes. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. I don't know what's gonna happen, but hey, man, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great because I was like nervous going into it. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't like in shambles, but I was a little bit nervous. It wasn't like I was stepping outside of my comfort zone. You guys know I'd be in my room all day, and so this was like something. This was a new experience for me, and turned out to go pretty well. I mean, I literally was just being myself, like everyone was telling me. I was an open book to her. Like if she had any, like I told her straight up the kind of person I was, and I guess that was likable enough to get a second date. But yeah, man, post game interview, Nick AR or New York Nick, second date coming up. Probably today is Saturday, so probably sometime next week. I don't know if I'm gonna make a video. I probably won't make a video on that. And also, this video that I'm recording right now, I don't even know when it's gonna go out. I don't want to put it out while we're like in the early stages of the dates, So it'll probably go out. I don't know. I have no idea. We'll see if it goes out at all. I don't know. I might just scrap it. But yeah, that's it, folks. So if you doubted me, don't ever doubt me again, bro. Okay? Thank you so much.